Davis, the home of the Wizards, here in Washington, D.C. as 2K Sports brings you today's action live from the Verizon Center. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan. And with me today, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. A quick check now at the starting five for both teams. One of the guys we'll be watching out for today, Anthony Davis.
Yeah, when he's not blocking shots, he's altering them, Kevin, because he's just a constant presence and a threat defensively in the paint.
And another thing that stands out about him, Steve, he has the ability to score even with defenders draped all over him. He's so strong around the goal.
Look at New Orleans. They've put it all together over the course of their last 7 games. They've only had one loss over that span.
The way this team has been playing, Kevin, I would expect them to continue the win streak against this team because, quite honestly, they enjoy a lot of matchup advantages in this one.
But they can't get too caught up in that kind of thinking. I mean, I think it's okay for us to talk about it, but they need to take this opponent very seriously and get down to business.
Here's Wall. Chris Kaman making his last shot. Outside, Wall. Reza dishes to Nene. Here's Wall. Here's Okafor, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. That one on Davis.
Nice work to get inside and draw the foul.
Yeah, it's obvious. The defense not going to allow many easy layups. They're going to make you earn it from the line. You know, guys, Emeka Okafor was the #2 overall pick out of Connecticut back in 2004. And because he was drafted so high, some people may have expected more. But I always saw him as what he's become. A physical, bruising big man inside who can rebound his position and do the little things to help you win. And he's done that consistently and effectively throughout his career.
And Emeka Okafor, really a bodybuilder's physique, 6'10", well over 255 pounds. You know, physically, he's always been the perfect picture in terms of how he conducts himself, how he readies for a season.
Yeah, he's got that chiseled frame that actually reminds me a little bit of you, Jeff. Although he stands almost 7 feet tall.
No, I'm 6'2".
Yeah, but
It's so kind to say.
Sure.
I appreciate that. Here's Holiday after the made shot from Bradley Beal. Pass to Davis. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Anthony Davis, the #1 overall pick in 2012. An interesting note here, guys. He and Michael Kidd-Gilchrist were the first college teammates ever to be selected with the first and second picks of the draft. Bet you guys didn't know that.
gotta love it.
And both free throws good for Davis. And Clark, you mentioned the 2012 draft. Also, when you look at Davis and MKG and then Bradley Beal, also the first time that 3 college freshmen, Steve, went 1, 2, and 3.
And not to mention all 3 players coming from the SEC.
Right, exactly.
Strange, but a lot of promise from that draft. A lot of good talent, and I think it bodes well for the league going forward.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Wall against Holiday. Wall gets a screen from Ariza. Shot by Wall. And Washington again with the bucket.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
Last game in New Orleans, they picked up the win against Charlotte.
And a very confident performance offensively, I think. It's really how this team clicks. I mean, when they're communicating and executing, sharing the ball, they're tough to beat.
And, Steve, you got to love that kind of performance on the road. I mean, to be a great team in the NBA, you have to be able to have that kind of performance in the other team's building. Really solid.
Now, here's Ariza, following the miss by Anthony Davis.
Punches it down.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Well, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Pelicans trail by 5. Holiday, the pass to Q. Came in a screen to the inside. New Orleans moving it around. Out of bounds, Pelicans ball as New Orleans keeps possession.
A nice play to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
I tell you what, guys, if he gets there a fraction earlier, that's a steal.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Jason Smith comes in for Chris Kaman. And it's Anderson in for Anthony Davis.
Well, this season, a new mascot, new team colors, and a brand new state-of-the-art 50,000 square foot practice facility for the Pelicans. It's not just a new paint job, folks. This is a franchise doing some exciting stuff.
And Washington making a change here. Serafin's checked in.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line. He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
And the Wizards making a change here. Harrington's checked in. And Clark, you mentioned the new colors for the Pelicans. No longer the purple, teal, and gold of the Hornets, but blue, gold, and red from the city flag of New Orleans. He looks pretty good.
It does look good. And remember the other connections. I mean, blue is featured on the Louisiana state flag. Gold, Mardi Gras color, of course. You know, and then you think about the connection to the plumage of the brown pelican, which I've studied for years. And then, of course, red. I mean, the red represents... I have no idea what red represents.
And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. Nash is checked in for the Pelicans. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Pass to Q. Good, and the assist goes to Nash. 6 points for Q.
Great looking bounce pass to set up that play.
Nash against Wall. It's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Wizards will retain possession. A moment now to look at the all-time list for blocks in a season. 7'4", Mark Eaton with 5.5 blocks a game. Wow.
That is a ridiculous number, Kevin. Eaton was a two-time Defensive Player of the Year. Just a fourth-round pick out of UCLA back in 1982. Tell you what, he sure panned out for the Jazz.
Now here's Wall. 20 points for him last game against the Hawks in Atlanta. The teardrop falls in. Wall's got 6 points.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Yeah, absolutely. They made the steal pay dividends instantly in the open floor.
A lot of people talked about how undersized Bradley Beal was going to be as an off guard in the NBA, but he didn't get the message. You look at how he rebounds, you would have thought he was a 6'7" guy playing the two-guard spot. He's a terrific rebounder for his size, fellas. Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
And Anderson kicks it over to Nash. Here's Q. Out of bounds. Washington takes possession.
We're looking now at some numbers for Trevor Ariza. He's been a force for them over the past month as you take a look at the league rankings. He's right around 13 points a night, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. And you really can't find much fault with him as far as his performances lately.
Yeah, he's been very, very dependable, steady, doing pretty much everything they've asked of him.
That's blocked. Deflects the pass. Nash, the pass to Q. Kicks it to Anderson. So the wing on the left. Here's Meeks. That's good. Meeks got his first points in this one.
That's pretty much been the norm for them. Getting their points off assists and great ball movement.
Nice rhythm and flow for this team. Tremendous communication and alertness.
Here's Maynard. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. There's the dish to Harrington. And again, Washington, no good. And there's the pass to Maynard. Now the feed to Webster. A three-pointer, no good. And so, lots of scoring.
Coming up Monday, February 20th.
So for the Wizards, their last game a loss to the Hawks in Atlanta.
Yeah, and given how they performed offensively that day, guys, they really had no chance.
Yeah, and the frustration just mounted. You could see it as they continued to come up empty. And by the end, they were really just happy to get out of there and have the game be over.
Wall and Beal together in the backcourt. Kevin Seraphin is out there with Al Harrington, and it's Ariza in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 on the 4 for the Wizards. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Hi, Kev. Well, Q in their last time out against the Bobcats, boy, was he tremendous. He finished with 33 points and played some lockdown defense as well, causing havoc on both ends of the floor. Numbers like that make you anxious to see what he can do next time out.
All right, Doris, thank you. It really was a stunning performance, Clark. He was at his absolute best in this game.
Yeah, and the only thing about having a game like that, Kevin, is that it's almost impossible to duplicate it here tonight.
Well, nobody's expecting that, Clark, and they don't need him to do that. If he's even half as good as he was that night, it should be enough.
And so here is New Orleans. They trail by 3. Dishes to Miller from the arc. Rebounded by Seraphin.
The clear look at the hoop, he doesn't miss many of those.
And Wall kicks to Beal. Inside, Seraphin. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And a look at the top single-season player efficiency ratings. I love this statistic. Wilt Chamberlain, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and we've got some more modern talent representing as well.
Yeah, you're talking the elites of the game when you go down that list. Interesting to see a new school stat kind of juxtaposed with the old school legends, but you know, the rankings obviously make sense if those guys are at the top.
And so here is New Orleans. 4-point game. Here's Roberts. And again, New Orleans has no up.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, he had a really good look. I mean, he'll knock that down more often than not. Well, I'll bet his teammates love playing with him. He's distributing the ball perfectly.
Well, he keeps everybody happy, and you know what? The assist numbers don't lie.
Ariza brings the double. They need this. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, for those of you who've been sleeping or under a rock for the last few years, Anthony Davis, the #1 pick of the 2012 NBA draft, is 6'10" with a 7'6" wingspan. The all-time NCAA freshman record holder for blocks in the season and a potential superstar big man in the NBA.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Kamen's checked in.
Substitution for the Pelicans.
Ariza with it. Now guarded by Q. Beal dishes to Ariza. Ariza with another miss. Pelicans trail by 4. There's the lob to the hoop. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
16 seconds left in the first half. Wall passes to Ariza. Here's Harrington. 4 seconds left. Kaman with the defensive effort. Close game as we wrap up the second quarter. Wizards lead by 4. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Yes, guys, I'm here with Anthony Davis. And Anthony, based on how the game has been going so far, what's your attitude going to be when you come out to play this second half?
So, we got to come out with a great intensity, and it starts in warm-up. So we got to come out with a great intensity, great mindset, and try to go out there and win the third quarter.
Anthony, thank you. Guys, it should be all business when you step between the lines.
Thank you.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
The fun has begun on this Saturday night, and we're ready to look back at all the first half action. The Wizards doing well so far. A team definitely in the mix for the playoffs, and as a matter of fact, if they win this one, they'll move into the 8th spot. John Wall has the game high. After 2, he's got 10 points, and as usual, he's been handing out a lot of assists. And this dedicated Pelicans team weathering the storm. A dominating performance offensively. They're getting everything they want. Q has been outstanding. He has 8 points and has looked very good defensively, playing hard-nosed ball out there. Thanks so much for joining me here in studio. Second half action is coming right up. We hope you enjoy the rest of the game.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. You look at John Wall. What a contribution so far.
Yeah, what a remarkable half, the way he attacked the rim and scored in the paint. Defenders, they were trying to slow him down any way possible, but he still got through.
Easier said than done when he's the penetrator. His speed and agility make him extremely hard to defend.
So the Pelican 5 right now. Backcourt, Holiday and Gordon. Q out there with Davis, and it's Kaman in at the 5 down low. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Well, Trevor Ariza is not really a great offensive player. But defensively now, that's a different story. He's a stopper. He's got good length and athleticism. And I like the intensity he plays with. This is a guy that only played 1 year of college basketball. He's made a nice career for himself in the NBA.
Outside Gordon. Pass to Q. Clock at 6. Good on the three-point shot. Q's got 11.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
And for Ariza, you remember that postseason with the Lakers, Steve, back in 2009? He shot the lights out.
Yeah, and you wondered at that time whether the light had really come on for him offensively. But I think he's still a player who's best suited rebounding, defending, being a hustle guy, an energy player. And when he makes shots, it's just kind of gravy. But really, it's about everything else with him.
Good description. The Wizards with the lead. He feeds it to Okafor. Ball's knocked loose. Ariza with it. And Kaman picks him up defensively. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. The Wizards have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
Well, this is a kind of a mediocre free throw shooting team. They're sitting there at about 73% as a unit.
And, you don't have to tell them what their free throw numbers are. They're well aware of it, believe me.
And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession.
And a moment to check out Anthony Davis here. Over the last month, making major contributions. First in shooting percentage. And he's been using his size and quickness to great effect defensively. He's in the top 20 in the league in blocks per game.
I don't think we can overlook the fact that he's the top field goal percentage shooter in the league. Lights out. That's really the only way to describe him. He doesn't miss much.
And here's Wall after the three-pointer from Q. Wall attacking. And stolen by Kaman. Q guarded by Beal.
And a blazing start to the second half. They've hit all 5 shots.
Washington trailing. Back to Wall. Down low. Got a piece of it. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. Deft touch on the alley-oop. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
Boy, he is a strong finisher on the fast break.
Yeah, he sure is. He remains in total control, even at full speed. I love that about him.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And Beal kicks to Wall. Kicks it out to Ariza. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got assist number 7 for him tonight. New Orleans has gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. And Holiday kicks to Gordon. Pass to Q. Outside Gordon. Here's the pass to Q. He dishes it to Davis. Beyond the arc. They get it back. Q passes to Davis. Tries to keep it alive, but they recover it. And here we go. Washington fast break. Wall's running, and he gets the bucket. Wall's got 4 points this quarter.
He's created some good opportunities for himself and made the most of them.
And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way. And here's a rundown of the rookies already having a huge impact in their first season. These are the NBA's rookie scoring leaders. And you look at Q, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player.
There's always some firepower in every freshman class, and even among those top guns, he's the best of the best. Certainly, he'll be an offensive force for years to come.
And I was really excited for him to get his chance to play, Steve. And He has not disappointed anybody this season. He is a true talent.
And the Pelicans with possession here after the made shot from Porter. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
What a game we've seen here for Q. He's got 16 points, and he has sent a bunch of shots in reverse.
Well, and because of that, there's now a serious intimidation factor working in their favor.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Nash is checked in. Wizards have gotten every shot that dropped since halftime. They're 5 for 5 from the floor. Maynard dishes to Harrington. Feeds it to Porter. 7-foot shot. And can't hit the shot, but they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the free throw line.
I love the well-rounded skill set for Otto Porter. He's a small forward, but he can really do it all. He can pass, handle, shoot, and I think he's got a lot of potential defensively to get better.
Well, you know what, Steve? I said it when he was at Georgetown. Otto would be drafted in the lotto, and he's nice. 7'1" wingspan, as you said. Believe me, he makes that length a factor. And what I like most about him, he really understands how to play without the ball. Extremely efficient in what he does offensively.
And Booker kicks to Singleton. And it's out of bounds to the Wizards as Washington retains possession. Kevin Seraphin, he's checked in for Chris Singleton.
Kevin Seraphin.
We've got 1:28 left in the third. Porter. And again, Washington, no good. New Orleans gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Q passes to Miller. Got a piece of it. Harrington with it. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Maynard dishes to Porter. He kicks to Maynard. Porter passes to Harrington. Lets it go with a 3. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Their last encounter was in New Orleans.
They found themselves up against a hot team that night, Kevin, and they just didn't have the manpower defensively to shut them down.
You know, guys, I expected a little more fight out of them than what they showed us. They never strung together any stops like they needed to.
Washington with the ball after the three-pointer from Q. Pass to Porter. Kicks it to Seraphin.
And a 2-for-1 opportunity.
Yeah, they've got to hurry. Step on the gas here.
And Davis gets it to go.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Well, that's important because this game, I think, is going to be decided by who controls the paint in crunch time.
Harrington can't get that one to fall. New Orleans leading by 6. And Booker kicks to Seraphin. Shot to stop the drought. It's rebounded by Q. Q's got 6 rebounds in the game. Puts up a 3. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. The Pelicans on top. They're up by 6. We'll be back shortly live from the Verizon Center.
Coming up next Wednesday night, February 26th, the New Orleans Pelicans take on Dirk Nowitzki and the Dallas Mavericks. You don't want to miss it.
And a moment now to take a look at our State Farm assist of the game. With 6 in the game, it's been some excellent court vision from Q.
Well, he's been key to their ability to find the open man and really get the offense operating smoothly.
Wizards trail by 6. Nene at the 4, Okafor at the 5. Wall and Beal together in the backcourt, and it's Ariza in at the 3 slot. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Here's Q, and that one's good. Q's got 15 points in just the second half. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Pelicans.
Now we've seen them make that extra effort rotating from the weak side, closing out on their airspace, sending shots back.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
It's a great play under the boards for him, and that's the standard that he sets. It seems like all those second chance points, they're there for him game in, game out.
Now here's Kaman. Outside Holiday, and he gets it to go. And the Pelicans lead by 9.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
Yeah, it's something we haven't seen much of at the other end of the floor, though.
And they call an illegal screen here. Chance now to check out the Washington Wizards' upcoming schedule. Their next game is at Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland, taking on the Cavaliers. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. And so here is New Orleans. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. And here we go, the Wizards fast break. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it, he'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Intelligent passing there to make that hoop possible.
Talk about being on his game. Look at the numbers for Ariza. He's got 17 points, and he's knocked down a pair of three-pointers in this game, too.
Well, they might want to think about setting a few more screens for him to try to give him another open look or two.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Yes, Kevin, thank you. Monty Williams had some words for his team. He told his team to keep looking for three-point opportunities, saying their perimeter defense isn't doing a good job getting out on our shooters. So let's keep firing away until they decide to guard us.
Both good from the line that time.
They got to keep fighting their way to the line, guys. This half has been nothing but success for them there.
And their confidence has to just continue to go up the longer the perfection continues.
And that one's good. Here's Holiday. Q, Ariza covering. That one finds the mark. On target from Q. Q's got 25 points. Wizards trail by 8. Outside, Wall. And there's Ariza. That's good on the assist by Wall. And that's 20 points for Ariza.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Davis with a screen on Ariza. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop. That's 12 points for Chris Kaman.
Just the shot they wanted. Point-blank range.
Wall against Holiday. Yep, it goes in. The Pelican lead is cut down to 6. That one coming from Wall.
I tell you what, you don't want to allow too many of those kinds of baskets with the game on the line.
Now, this is when defenses have to protect the basket with everything they've got. Force the offense to shoot from the perimeter.
Q passes to Kaman. Buries it down low. Kaman's got 4 points now in the quarter.
What a display of offense we've seen today, and it's only getting better.
Well, both defenses have been on their heels all day, and it's begun to take its toll.
Now, here's Ariza. Into Nene. It's stolen by Davis. Q. Ariza covering. In low to Davis. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Outside, Wall. Now Ariza. And blocked. Dives for it, Okafor. Pelicans leading by 8. The shot's good from Q. Q's got 27 points.
Some killer instinct he showed right there, exploding to the rim and adding to that lead.
Beal with a screen for Wall. Wall gets a screen from Nene. Now the dish to Beal. Here's Ariza. And another miss by Washington. Passes it to Q. It's Davis on the wing. Davis with a screen on Beal. Q passes to Davis. No good.
Well, with that much space off the pick, you've got to drop that in.
Yeah, you got to make that one. I mean, that's a high-quality shot you should make 9 out of 10 times.
And another miss by Washington. For New Orleans, they've gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. It's stolen by Ariza. Okafor dishes the wall. Here's the feed to Ariza. Trying to get back on track, and that's 2 points on the layup. Ariza's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Wizards. New Orleans has gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%, 7 of 13 on threes. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. 1:02 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Came in a screen on Wall. Here's Q. And he gets it to go. Keenan's got the lead up to 10 now for New Orleans.
Well, the fans already heading for the exits, clearly not pleased with the way their home team played here today.
And they shouldn't be pleased. I mean, it's a very well-deserved win, Steve. They came into this building and weren't intimidated at all. They were the aggressors.
Ariza with the bucket.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
Q. Ariza covering. Outside Holiday. Pass to Q. Dishes to Kaman. No one near him. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
Just look at how quickly their lead has grown over the course of the last few possessions.
Boy, they've really saved their best for last, haven't they?
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Ariza. No good on the three. Davis with it. Here's Q. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
That's his second personal at the line of the Pelicans.
It's the first, and that will push the lead to double digits. New Orleans making some changes here. Both free throws good from Q.
And that's exactly how you close a game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
9 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Maynard. Comes up empty from 19 feet out. So we see New Orleans taking the W here. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just had one of those games.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, these guys played a great all-around basketball game here.
And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now, Jordan presents our player of the game, Q.